Field, and these jerseys becoming pretty good sellers around baseball. Kris Bryant and Bryce Harper as the Nationals are here. It's a middle game of a 3-game series. It's turned into a nice evening for Cubs baseball. We will start under a bit of a delay. And great to have you with us as always, Jim DeShays and Len Casper. The rain stopped about a half hour ago. We'll have the first pitch in about 20 minutes. Let's go back to Memorial Day yesterday. Great atmosphere here at the ballpark. We thought it would be an offensive day. It ended up being 2-1.
I love the energy, love the vibe in the ballpark. A beautiful day for baseball, some very entertaining baseball. But yeah, wind blowing out. We expected a high-scoring affair. 3 baseballs did leave the ballpark, but that was the only scoring in the game. It got started by Denard Span right from the get-go.
So leadoff home run off Tsuyoshi Wada. Bottom of the first, Kris Bryant. Line shot in and out of the bleachers off Tanner Roark. It's 1-1 and plenty of good defense in this one.
Yeah, watch Jorge Soler here track down this pop-up. It's in foul territory. He's nearing the wall. He's nearing the bullpen mounds, but great concentration. Soler able to put it away. That was one of many.
Addison Russell, the diving stop. And they get the out at first and seems to be getting a little more comfortable as the days go by at second base. Michael Taylor, who actually was robbed of a hit with a great diving catch. That probably saved a run off the bat of Tsuyoshi Wada. 6th inning now, Justin Grimm out of the bullpen. And Wilson Ramos with a big home run. That gave the Nationals a 2-1 lead. And we go to the 9th inning now. Kris Bryant leading things off against Drew Storen. Originally called out on a foul tip, but they went to replay and it hit him.
Yeah, it just brushed the back of his hand. We were surprised that they overturned this call, but indeed they did. So the Cubs had a little life against Drew Storen, who's been really good. He's converted all but one of his save opportunities this year, and then Jorge Soler couldn't lay off that high heater. The Cubs have now lost, well, not 4 consecutive games, but their last 4 losses have all been by 1 run.
Yeah, they've dropped 5 of 8 overall since their 6-game winning streak on the last homestand, and 4 of those 5 defeats by a single run. So we showed you Bryant and Harper to start, and we've got to focus on these 2 budding stars.
They're just kids, you know, and they do everything on the baseball field. Power, speed, great instincts. You know, Bryant has had some issues defensively. Bryce Harper earlier in his career did, but he's kind of polished things up. Fun to watch these 2 kids play. Ironically, Harper, even though he's been in the league for 4 or 5 years now, is still a little bit younger than Kris Bryant.
And they're both in the lineup once again tonight. Harper with a double, made a great defensive play. Bryant with that home run last night. And we've got another good pitching matchup tonight. Contrasting styles, couple of righties. Jordan Zimmerman, who has a no-hitter on his resume, and Kyle Hendricks, who was fantastic his last time out.
Zimmerman's been an all-star each of the last 2 years. He has not had success against the Cubs and has really struggled in his career here at Wrigley Field. Winless in 3 tries with a 6.27 ERA. And Kyle Hendricks, last time out, just pitched a masterful ball game. Complete game shutout. Took him only 108 pitches to get it done.
Nationals hottest team in baseball. They've won 20 of 25. The Cubs right now 24 and 20 overall. 4.5 behind St. Louis in the division. We'll have a short delay. Cap and Holly will take you back to the studio following the break, and we'll have Cubs baseball coming up from Wrigley Field.
Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the ILX.
Get beautiful new floors right now with Luna's incredible 70% off sale. That's carpet, laminate, and even hardwood, all for 70% off. You'll get professional installation and can be confident with Luna's exclusive Love Your Floors promise. Transform your home with an amazing 70% off carpet, laminate, and hardwood. Reserve your free in-home appointment at luna.com or call 773-202-LUNA.
And here we go, folks.
It's your favorite hot dog bun, mustard, and overpriced watered-down beer.
Are you sure you want to eat all that? Because you already weigh more than your team's batting average.
Let's just toast to our anniversary.
Oh no, it's corked.
Let's just watch the game. I tweeted all of your friends to come over, but I guess no one showed up, just like at Mobile Phone Park.
That's okay. I invited one of your friends, too.
There's a long drive, and it's out of here.
Give a real anniversary gift this year. Escape to the Champagne Lodge in Willowbrook, just 25 minutes southwest of Chicago.
All right, tarp is off. Everybody stretching, getting loose, and we'll have baseball 6:20. First pitch, about 14 and a half minutes from right now. Cubs and the Washington Nationals. I'm David Kaplan. He is Todd Hollandsworth, the 96 National League Rookie of the Year. We're back here with a little fill time before we get you off to Len and JD for baseball. Challenge playing teams like the Nationals, the Royals, the Tigers.
Love it.
It's a long season. From a player perspective, when you've got a run like this coming, do you look at the schedule and go, those are some statement games, or, dude, they're 9 of 162?
No. They're very important. Matter of fact, I would be willing to bet that even in the Cubs clubhouse back in spring training, this little stretch of ball games was circled and said, okay, guys, we're going up against the Tigers, the Royals, and the Nats. I mean, these are 3 teams, heavyweights, that everybody thought we're going to be very good this year, and we're going to get a pretty good look at them. It's a measuring stick for this team right now, and that's it. That's why you want to be playing your best baseball. That's why I put so much emphasis on that Diamondback series. It wasn't the fact that we had to go in there and get, 3 of 3 or 2 of 3 and come home feeling good. We went 500 on the road trip. I understand the angle there. It's that you just wanted to be playing your best baseball when you come back home, when you go up against the Nats, because there are statements that are made. I mean, if the Cubs get to where they believe they're supposed to be this year, which is hopefully the playoffs, you're going to run into the Nats. You're going to run into, hopefully, again, the 2 American League teams and the Tigers and the Royals, because they're both very, very good teams, and most people expect them to go very far. So it's a great measuring stick to see where you're at. All 3 of these organizations have good pitching, good offenses, pretty good bullpens as well. So it's going to be a good test.
Would you look at the schedule weeks out? I'm not saying months, but weeks ago. Okay, there's Jordan Zimmerman. I'm going to get a shot at him. Or I'm a lefty. I'm going to get to face Steven Strasburg or whoever it might, Justin Verlander if he's healthy. Whoever.
Well, I mean, I would put it this way. You pay attention to baseball, but it's really hard to look that far ahead. I mean, even your teams, the rotations get mixed up. Guys skip days. I mean, it's too hard. You couldn't look, say, 2 weeks ago, look ahead to, say, the National Series and say, who are we projected to get? A lot of times there's variables. One rain out, and, we're talking about rain today, one rain out, and that messes everybody up. So you really don't look that look that far ahead as a baseball player, but you are aware. I mean, most guys, I remember when back in the day when we read the paper, we didn't have the internet nearly as much, to access and as many stories.
You guys read the paper in the locker room?
Oh my gosh, USA Today was our favorite thing. I mean, we just sit around and talk about standings, stories, everything that was going on. We relied on the USA Today heavily when I was playing. So today it's different. You can jump on your laptop and obviously get all the news and information, MLB.com, whatever it needs to be. But, it's how it is. We follow each other. I mean, everybody knows what's going on in baseball, and there's an awareness of what Bryce Harper's doing with the Nats right now. Guys are, Chris Bryant, I'm sure, following Bryce Harper. Sure, there's the Vegas connection, but he's one of the best players in the National League right now, and he's playing like it. So, yeah, you're always keeping a pulse of what the other good teams in baseball are doing.
All right, let's talk about the Chicago Cubs and Starlin Castro. He has not been great lately offensively. He looks like he's gotten bigger to me. I don't mean that in a bad way. He just looks like he's gotten bigger. Could he outgrow his position?
Well, I think that's a possibility. I mean, I certainly love to say and certainly love to hope it's coming along with 20 homers along the way. I think that's what most of us look at and believe that's possible for Starlin Castro. Yeah, you know what? He's just slumping a little bit. The thing about Starlin is that he has got such great hands, such good hand-eye coordination, such the ability to expand his strike zone and get results. Sometimes that's a bad thing, because if that strike zone gets a little off, or your pitches that you're chasing, or your timing's off, the results can be off as well. And you heard Joe Madden during the pregame show talking about it, how many ground balls he's been hitting to the left side. That's because his timing is off at the plate. It's not the swing, it's not the eyes, it's not the mindset, it's the timing of the swing right now. So he's got to get that back and get back on that fastball.
All right, before we get back out to Wrigley, Hector Rondon the other night scuffled in that blown save on Friday night against the D-backs. And after the game, Miguel Montero was pretty blunt. Right. Cannot make that pitch in that spot. What's your take on Rondon?
Well, I mean, he's a young man who's going through some trials right now. I mean, I haven't given up on him. I mean, if you're asking me, are we moving on? Is it time to think in a different direction? You know, should we have a Jonathan Papelbon conversation or a Soriano conversation? I'm not quite there yet. Rondon's got a big arm. He's got a big heart as well, and I love the fact that he's did a great job last year. I think he's doing a pretty good job this year. He's going to have to figure it out just a little bit. That secondary stuff has to get a little sharper. Can't make the mistakes. You don't have the margin in that 9th inning any longer, especially if you're not throwing 98. Because you think back to last year, it was high velocity. Fastball velocity been down just a little bit this year, and he's looked a little bit more hittable. So he's going to have to figure a few more things out, make those pitches, because those mistakes that he made to Goldschmidt, I mean, that can't happen as a closer.
No, you cannot throw that pitch where it was, boom.
Thigh high and right down the middle of the plate.
Hit me.
Yes.
All right. That is going to put a wrap on our extra time here as we get you off to Wrigley Field. The Cubs and the Washington Nationals. The rain has stopped. The weather looks great. Len and JD will have the call. Kyle Hendricks is going to the bump against Jordan Zimmerman, who, don't forget, 0-3 lifetime pitching at Wrigley Field. He is an impending free agent and reportedly a target of the Cubs potentially. We'll get you off to Len and JD after this. Holly and I will see you for the postgame show.
Cubs Rain Delay on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Reynolds Wrap. Reynolds Wrap has you covered. Make meal magic from start to finish with the one and only Reynolds Wrap.
It's the Volkswagen Memorial Day event, and it's time to break out the SPF. Savings, performance, fun. Right now, you can enjoy great deals on your favorite VW models, like a $500 bonus on the sporty, fun-to-drive Jetta, or the powerful, roomy, mid-size Passat, named one of Ward's 10 best. Don't miss out on these fun-in-the-sun deals. Visit the Volkswagen Memorial Day event today.
Hurry in, and you can get 0% APR for 60 months on 2015 Jetta and Passat gasoline models, plus a $500 bonus.
As I look out today, I'm moved by your hope for a bright future. A future where student debt crushes your dreams and where you move back home, share a bathroom with your younger sister. In short, good luck. You'll need it.
At Fifth Third Bank, we were curious. Could we help grads find the jobs they want? That's why we're giving away $1 million in job search training. Enter at 53.com/brandofview. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank.
Nissan gave a lucky few the ride of their life in the 2015 Nissan Altima.
Where am I going? Where am I going?
Nissan Altima with blind spot warning and up to 270 horsepower. Get the ride of your life at your local Nissan store. Choose Altima with 0% financing for up to 72 months. Plus, with bonus cash, save up to $2,000. Bonus cash ends June 1st. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites. Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. AT&T Uverse. Find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT, mobilizing your world. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
And we'd like to welcome all of our viewers watching tonight on Mediacom in Waterloo, Iowa. You'd never know. We had a bunch of rain about an hour ago, but we did, and that's why we're going to start just a few minutes late. Game 2 as the Cubs try to snap their short 2-game losing streak. A lot of close games here as of late. Exactly half the Cubs' 44 contests have been decided by 1 run. They're 12-10 in those 1-run decisions. Let's hear from the manager, Joe Maddon, on all the tight ball games.
Again, when you come down to really these close moments between winning and losing, everybody wants to win every night. Everybody, I want to win, absolutely. But how do you do that? To the relentless execution of fundamentals and technique. And the better we get at that, the more often we're going to win and win 1-run games.
Can't say it any better than that. You want to win every game, and it's frustrating when you don't. But man, these games have all been nail biters, haven't they?
And that's why Joe talks a lot with his guys. It's not about winning and losing so much. It's about the process, playing the game properly, taking advantage of those opportunities. That's when when you get into close games, whether it's a one-run game or not, you don't want to look back and go, man, we had that leadoff double, we didn't get him over. We had a man on third, less than 2 outs, we didn't put the ball in play. Didn't get our bunts down. Whatever it is, when you're playing those tight games, there's always moments for the losing team to look back and play the woulda, coulda, shoulda game.
Wind blowing straight out once again. We thought we were going to see a lot of offense yesterday. Very similar conditions. Might even be blowing harder tonight. And we did see 3 home runs, but they were all solo shots, and that was it for the run scoring. And it'll be interesting to see how Kyle Hendricks bounces back from his first career complete game. It was a shutout, and he was in total command throughout in San Diego last Thursday.
Yeah, got a couple double play balls, so he only faced 3 over the minimum. The sinker was outstanding. The fastball command down and away to the right-handed hitters was really impressive. Had that good changeup going. That sinker ball will serve him well here tonight with the wind blowing out. But there are the numbers from his start against the Padres. A moment he will never forget. First complete game shutout as a big leaguer.
Just about ready to exchange the lineup cards and get this thing going after a very brief delay. The Cubs hosting the Washington Nationals right after the break here on CSN.
Your old air conditioner is costing you money. Put your money back in your pocket with a new energy-efficient air conditioner from Four Seasons. And right now, get a new air conditioner from just $24.95 installed. Furnace and AC combos from just $36.95. Plus, enjoy 5 years interest-free financing. Call today for a free estimate from Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
I'm a hard worker. I have perfect attendance.
Let me get back to you in about 6 months.
Wow. Thank you so much. 2 tacos?
I get 3.
That'll be $7.39.
When you have a BMO Harris Blackhawks debit MasterCard, it's like the team is always with you. Apply for yours today. BMO Harris Bank. We're here to help.
Cubs now taking the field behind right-hander Kyle Hendricks, who is facing this Nationals team for the first time in his young career. Let's check out the Nationals Southwest starting lineup written out by second-year manager and the reigning NL Manager of the Year, Matt Williams. Denard Span homered to start the game, off to an excellent start. He's in the leadoff spot again. Ian Desmond, the shortstop. Yunel Escobar has been fantastic filling in for the injured Anthony Rendon. We know about Bryce Harper and what a month he's had here in May. Ryan Zimmerman, the veterans, at first. Wilson Ramos, the catcher. Tyler Moore will be in left tonight. Danny Espinoza, fine glove at second base, and has been pretty good at the plate, too, with Jordan Zimmerman batting ninth.
Cubs defensively, Chris Coughlin left, Dexter Fowler center, Jorge Soler right, third to first. Chris Bryant, Starlin Castro, Addison Russell, Anthony Rizzo, Miguel Montero behind the plate. And the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher for the Cubs this evening is Kyle Hendricks. Complete game shutout, as we mentioned last time. That was his first win of the year. 1 up, 1 down. in 8 starts with a 4.14 earned run average. All the other numbers are good. Strikeout to walk ratio good. Batting average against solid. He's allowed 4 long runs. And as Len mentioned, getting his first look here at the Washington Nationals, or I guess more importantly, their first look at him.
Mike DeMuro will work the plate. His dad, Lou, was an American League umpire from 1963 to 82 and wore the same number, 16. Wendelstedt, Davidson, and Blackney around the bases.
Talk so much about starting pitchers and how they're vulnerable in the first inning, and more so for a finesse guy like Hendricks until he gets locked in. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. The stretch of 2 or 3 starts earlier this year, he just had a hard time commanding that sinker. Left some balls up, out over the plate, and got hurt. And for my money, he's pitched better than his numbers. His ERA could be a lot better than it is. He's just had a couple of tough innings. And things have kind of unraveled on him, but for the most part, he's been pretty darn steady.
So Span will dig in. We'll get started. Well, 15 minutes after we were supposed to start and underway. Sinker misses low, ball 1. Rain cooled it off maybe just a little bit. That is a strike. And it's 1-1 on Denard Span. Swing and a miss. 15 minutes, the official delay. 71 very comfortable degrees. Southwest wind blowing straight out to center, 17 miles an hour.
It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yep.
If you didn't have a ticket, you might say, I'm going to wander over to the ballpark and see if I can get in, watch a game.
And if you can't, we're glad you're with us. As Span strikes out on the changeup at 81 miles an hour.
Yeah, same arm action, same location as the previous pitch, which was an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. So hitter sees the same. It's 8 miles an hour off. You see number 3 and 4 there out there in close proximity. Span fooled by the changeup. Good start for Hendricks.
That'll bring up Ian Desmond, who has a 10-game hitting streak, 1 out of 4 in the opener. Low walk rate, high strikeout rate, hits home runs. 3 times has won a Silver Slugger at short. And was an All-Star in 2012.
First shortstop to win consecutive Silver Slugger since Barry Larkin.
2-1.
Larkin won 5 in a row. He's a Hall of Famer. Desmond's a good player. He's not a Hall of Famer, though.
Well, every shortstop's paid to play defense, but he's definitely more of the offensive type than defensively. And he foul tips for strike 3. Good start for Hendricks.
Shooting for that outside corner. It's up a little bit. Desmond looked like he was looking for something in the way he reaches for this one. So that front hip open up.
Yunel Escobar. Nice to have a fill-in guy at third base you can put right in the 3 spot in the lineup. Strike 1. 0 for 4 yesterday. Well, he is way up in the box. I mean, his front foot is up on that chalk line.
That's old school. You know, a lot of guys don't like to move around in the box, but you got a sinker baller out there, a guy who's not going to throw it by you at 95 miles an hour. Not a bad idea to move up in the box.
And he got hit. Just got clipped, as you can see, really hugs the plate. And Hendricks hit him with an 0-2.
He's trying to throw a little running fastball in with the intention of either pushing him off the plate, perhaps jamming him if he were willing to take a hack at it. Unfortunately for Hendricks, he got a piece of Escobar.
And even more unfortunate is that he has to face Bryce Harper here in the first inning, the guy who's hit 11 home runs in his last 17 games. I guess Harper better do his damage tonight, because if the trend continues, he'll get kicked out tomorrow, right? The last 2 Wednesdays.
Is it Wednesdays he gets ejected?
I think Wednesdays.
Ejection Wednesday. Yeah. It's hump day. For him, it's been take a hike day. He has tightened things up.
Swing and a miss and a change. This was last week against the Yankees. Got into it with Marvin Hudson. And actually, it started with Hudson and Matt Williams going at it. He told Harper to get back in the batter's box. You see a little petulance there, and that got him the thumb. Harper, after the game, said, "I don't think 40,000 people came to watch him ump." Throw to first. Out. They got Escobar. Hang on a second. Matt Williams may want to take a look.
Gone into delay mode here so they can take a look. Let's see what we can see. You can't really tell. Escobar's calling himself safe. That's not a real surprise. I'm going to go with out so far.
Still waiting for the Nationals, and Matt Williams is not going to challenge. So Montero nails Escobar, and the Cubs are coming up when we return.
Terry runs a small business, and he always brings more than just a deposit to the bank.
Morning, Terry.
Like my new glasses? I'll just put this in the tube. Can I get my change in bows?
So one day, when he told the teller,
I just won $1 million in the lottery.
She just rolled her eyes and said, "Just fill out a deposit slip, hon."
Okay, but I think I'm going to need a bigger tube.
Well played, Terry. You're living proof that anything's possible.
This is history in the making. Cortez, 23 years old, first woman in the majors.
Never miss a moment. Get live TV on the go included with AT&T U-verse TV.
Someday you won't need all of this space, and you'll miss their raisins all over the place, sandy beach toys and splattered sunscreen. So enjoy the journey and the melted ice cream.
The Infiniti QX60 and the QX60 Hybrid with best-in-class combined fuel economy. Lease the all-wheel drive Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
I'm a hard worker. I have perfect attendance.
Let me get back to you in about 6 months.
Wow. Thank you so much. 2 tacos?
I get 3.
That'll be $7.39.
When you have a BMO Harris Blackhawks debit MasterCard, it's like the team is always with you. Apply for yours today. BMO Harris Bank. We're here to help.
If tonight's Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to Make-A-Wish, Illinois. Quickly, the Cubs Southwest starting lineup: Fowler, Bryant, and Rizzo as per usual. Castro, Montero, and Soler. In the middle, Coghlan, Hendricks, Russell. To round it out is Jordan Zimmerman is ready to go against Dexter Fowler. Fastball strike. Pitch number 2 is high. Tell us about Jordan Zimmerman.
Well, Jordan Zimmerman's a pretty sturdy guy. 29 years of age, 6'2", 225. He's got an extra N at the end of his name. He can really pitch. He's the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher for the Washington Nationals here tonight. He's made 9 starts, had 1 really bad one. Other than that, he's been solid. The Nationals have won his last 5 starts. He's 4-2 with a .352 earned run average.
Gets it and throws it.
He's very aggressive. Throws a high percentage of fastballs. To throw 2 and 4 seamers, 90 to 95 miles an hour. A slide ball right there. He also has a curve and really hasn't used his change much at all. But he's got one.
Nationals have a lot of Midwestern-born pitchers. He's from Auburndale, Wisconsin. Fowler high in the air to right. Harper's back on it. It is gone. A leadoff home run. Span did it yesterday. It's Fowler tonight. And if you saw where it landed, JD, you have better eyes than I do.
Well, I saw it over there. It was Harper was retreating towards the well. Here's your Ford home run replay. We'll all watch it together. Yeah, it's tough to see out there. You see Harper twisting and then understanding that, nope, I'm not going to make a play on this one. It was about 4 concrete steps up there. That's number 6 for Fowler.
And an awkward swing by Bryant as he was trying to get out of the way. Homer number 6 on the year for Fowler.
It's the 3rd one allowed by Zimmerman. He came into this one, as we pointed out earlier, with a 6.27 ERA here at Wrigley.
High to center. Span continuing to drift back. Wynn pushing it out all the way to the warning track.
Yeah. If you're a pitcher tonight and you see the way that ball carried, of course, that's Chris Bryant, so he's a little different than most cats. But it's time to reach into that utility belt and pull out the sinker.
So now a very friendly greeting here in the confines for Jordan Zimmerman, when he has not been very good in this ballpark.
Did not pitch here last year. His last start here was a couple seasons ago. He really got roughed up. The one prior to that here was quite good.
One strike on Anthony Rizzo. Here it is. Fouled away, 0-2. I bet you're wondering where Auburndale, Wisconsin is.
I was wondering that.
Line into the right field corner. I'll tell you in a second. Rizzo on his way to second. And he'll stop there with a double.
That may explain why Zimmerman doesn't use his changeup very much. I believe that's what that was. He throws it hard. We got it at 89 miles an hour, and it actually had a little movement. And I don't know, maybe a cutter of some sort or changeup or some hybrid pitch. But Rizzo able to drop the head on it. Second extra base hit in the inning for the Cubs.
If you looked at the entire state of Wisconsin, tried to put your finger right where the central point of the state would be, that's where Auburndale is. Wisconsin's a big state. It's not too far from Wausau.
They probably have some cranberry bogs around there.
They might, yeah. It's way north of Madison. Actually, I think slightly north of Green Bay, even though it's far west of Green Bay. So that's how far north it is. Near Marshfield and Stevens Point. I went to college at Stevens Point. As Castro bounces out, Rizzo will make third after the second out of the inning.
Zimmerman didn't check him. Rizzo essentially stealing third off Zimmerman there. He wasn't going initially. You see a little tapper. Anthony breaks, but hesitates, reads it. Zimmerman, there you see his head pop back into your picture. Zimmerman failed to check on him, so he scooted on over to third.
That'll bring up Montero. who has been particularly accurate lately with his arm back of the plate, hasn't he? Threw out some guys, some former teammates over the weekend in Arizona, and he just picked off Yunel Escobar to end the top of this first inning.
I think he had another pickoff too on the road trip, didn't he? Yeah, somebody blew a tire down there at first base.
Big hack at that pitch. 0-2. So Zimmerman due to become a free agent after this season, and he will be highly sought after around baseball. Career start number 155 for him. "29 years old. Just turned 29, in fact, 3 days ago.
14-game winner last year. 19-9 the year before. Fewer wins, but probably pitched better last season. He's had a better ERA.
Dirt. So it's not a fair comparison, but Zimmerman will have maybe around 1,100 innings in his career following this season as he goes into free agency. Just for fun, I quickly went back, looked at Fergie Jenkins through age 29, over 2,000 innings. So I know times have changed. But 1,000 innings, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But it's really not compared to pitchers in the past who threw 300 plus per year. Montero draws the walk. And they're at first and third for Soler. Let's see ball 4 once again.
Joe Madden talks about a lot about his young hitters having to learn to lay off, breaking balls off the plate and down and elevated fastballs. You see it from the veterans. You see it from Montero all the time.
Swing and a miss by Jorge Soler.
Expose.
So Zimmerman going into free agency. John Lester at about 1,600 innings before he signed with the Cubs. So there's some wear and tear on his arm, but not like a ton of other guys. And now they've got Montero caught up. Rizzo's going to try to score. Here's the throw, and he's out. So that did not work.
That was an 0-2 two-out desperation play.
So Soler will be able to lead off the bottom of the second. Cubs tried to steal a run and were unable to do it. But Dexter Fowler's second leadoff homer of the year, the 11th of his career, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
Announcing your local Ford dealer's Memorial Day All-Star event. Time to save big on America's best-selling brand of utilities. Now for a limited time, get almost any Ford SUV or crossover with 0% financing for 60 months. Plus $750 cash for qualified Ford and competitive owners. Plus $500 EcoBoost cash on equipped models. Save big on a fantastic lineup of fuel-efficient All-Stars, but only for a limited time. So hurry, the Memorial Day All-Star event ends June 1st.
With an 11% rebate for everyone on everything, we can all bring home the American dream. Menards gives you the freedom to save on anything you choose, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Whether you're stocking up, cleaning out, fixing up, or building new, Menards has what your home needs, and you can save 11% on every single item. Hurry in because Menards has an 11% rebate on everything.
Save big money at Menards.
Did I miss out?
No, our sales event is still going on.
I called in sick.
I get it. You don't want to miss the great deals.
Luckily, my boss is out sick, too. Mitchell? Sir, I thought you...
What goes on at the sales event stays at the sales event.
Let's look at some cars. Let's do it.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2015 RAV4. Or lease RAV4 for only $199 a month. Hurry in today.
Wow, I got a great deal.
Thanks, Jan.
Feel better now?
Toyota, let's go places.
1-0 Cubs as the Nationals will bat in the second. And hey, Cub fans, let's go. The Cubs play one more tomorrow night against these Nationals. And what a matchup. Scherzer and Lester. And then the Royals come in for the weekend. 3-game series. Interleague play starts on Friday. Don't miss all the excitement here at Wrigley Field. For ticket availability, visit Cubs.com today. 1-4-2 as Anthony Rizzo caught stealing. But as you mentioned, 0-2 on Soler, certainly a strikeout candidate. Joe Madden tried to steal a run.
Yeah, maybe you get Zimmerman to balk or make an errant throw.
Bryce Harper swings away at the first pitch and a high drive and a backpedaling Fowler. Wynn pushing that one out there. That was Bryce Harper's line before the game yesterday. I don't need any win, bro.
He doesn't, but sometimes you'll take it.
The other Zimmerman, Ryan. He has 2 N's, but only 1 in his last name. For that matter, I suppose Jordan has 3.
I wonder which one of them gets to be nicknamed Z.
Or Zim. Maybe one's Z and one is Zim. He has been a National since their first year in Washington, D.C. Debuted in 2005. This is his 11th big league campaign. I think it was Joe Sheehan, the excellent baseball writer, as that ball is flagged down by Russell. And he gets Zimmerman by about 3 steps. That's become his patented move. Moving to his right.
Well, he closes in a hurry, doesn't he? This ball's got a little pace to it. This ball is sharply hit, and he just gobbles it up. Pac-Man. Oh, that's fun to watch. It's really fun to watch from that bump in the middle of the diamond.
Yeah. Kyle Hendricks had the best seat in the house to watch it. And 2 outs, and now it's Ramos.
Very similar to the play he made yesterday.
Called strike. Ramos hit the game-winning home run off Justin Grimm in the 6th inning yesterday.
Trying to go down and away with a fastball, and it kind of ran back over the plate. Ramos showed very good opposite field power.
With a tapper toward third. Bryant is going to have to barehand his throw in time. Another excellent defensive play. So the 2 rookies here in the 2nd inning getting it done.
Yeah, well, if you're looking for a theme song for tonight, it's I get by with a little help from my friends. Montero pickoff, Russell, great play out behind second base, and now Bryant charging, barehanding, and finishing off Ramos.
At Dunkin', breakfast just got zestier with guacamole made from real avocados, tomatoes, cilantro, and lime. The new bacon guacamole flatbread. Olay indeed. America runs on Dunkin'.
On behalf of Southwest Airlines, welcome to Chicago.
Let's go, let's go.
All right, don't everybody get up at once.
Come on, let's go.
Follow me.
Door.
Seriously, we can't miss you if you don't leave. Once again, we have landed. Welcome. Thank you so much. Come back and see us.
Sometimes flights end before games do. Watch free live TV on your own device. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Chicago is a place where made in America still means something, and quality means everything. And when it comes to the highest quality cars on the road, Honda is America's best. With millions of Hondas built right here in America from suppliers right here in the Midwest. And right now, your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers are celebrating with 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on all 2015 Honda Civics and Accords. Don't miss the America's Best Sales event at your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer today.
Time is the overseer of all things. It sees men plan their dreams, sees them build their kingdoms. It sees them become legendary. Will you build an empire that lasts forever? Game of War. Play for free now from the App Store.
We all scream for ice cream flavored iced coffees from Dunkin' Donuts. Try the delicious new Rocky Road, butter pecan, and cookie dough flavors today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Tomorrow night, following the Hawks' Game 6 win over Anaheim, head to CSN for Blackhawks post-game live, presented by Hawk Ford. Pat, Steve, and Jamal will be standing by to bring you instant reaction to game recap highlights and more. CSN Chicago after the win tomorrow.
Yeah, it's got to be 7 games, doesn't it?
It's got to be. It's got to go to overtime.
Soler was at the plate when the last inning ended. Hard hit ground ball gobbled up by Danny Espinosa. And 1 out here in the Cubs second. So as I was saying, Joe Sheehan, I think, wrote it over this winter. If you could pick 2 teams you'd like to be over the next 5 years, which 2 teams would you pick? And he said, I'd want to be the Nationals or the Cubs. So you have a couple of teams that only match up 6 or in this case 7 times this season. Possibly could be an October matchup. They're not in the same division, but it's intriguing to see a lot of this talent on the field at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know with the way the Astros have played now. I might go Astros Cubs versus Nationals Cubs, but obviously he makes a very good point. It's kind of a similar model between these 2 teams. Obviously the Nationals a little further along and have been a contending team for a couple of years now. And team expected to win. We weren't sure what the Cubs were going to be this year. We knew they would be better.
1-1 on Chris Coghlan. Make it 1-2.
I mean, you're never sure what any team is going to be, but most observers thought the Nationals were strong favorites to win the NL East. And with the Cubs, it's like, yeah, they've got a bright future. Has it arrived, or is it just around the corner?
Good frame job by Ramos. Didn't get the call. 2-2. And Mike DeMuro calling balls and strikes. There's Kyle Hendricks in the on-deck circle. Good breaking ball, and Coghlan able to spoil it. Zimmerman made his major league debut in 2009. Late in that season, he had Tommy John surgery and did not come back until 2010. Late in the year, made 7 starts. And he strikes out Coghlan. That's his first punch out. 2 down here in the Cubs second.
Two-seam fastball with good action up. Zimmerman, since 2012, is 48-24 with a 3.01 ERA.
Right field, Harper is there.
That was fast.
That was fast. Did you want to follow up on the numbers?
No, next inning we'll follow it up.
We'll do it later. 1-0 Cubs.
One on the left and the one on the right. Can't tell them apart, try as you might. But a wise man once said that the secret to life is to find one that don't look the same. Find one that don't look
Experience the distinct Audi Q5 at your local dealer today.
Saturday on CSN. The men in red are fired up and ready to erupt at home against Montreal with a rush of hell-raising fury. Watch them inflame the impact and go for the goal. Coverage starts at 7 on CSN. Flame on.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced, or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
This is Adam Jones, center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles. When he's not playing baseball, he's watching baseball. When he's not watching baseball,
watch him run.
He's reading about baseball.
I'm going to nasty.
When he's not reading about baseball, he's listening to baseball.
I don't know how I would pitch that.
And when he's not listening to baseball, he's playing baseball. MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
We've been thinking, a pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. Who doesn't love that kind of precision? At GMC, we get that. Not everyone can deliver a 95-mile-an-hour Rembrandt. This is precision. This is GMC. During the GMC Spring Sales Event, lease this 2015 GMC Terrain for around $199 per month for 24 months. Welcome to the show.
Well, welcome back to Wrigley Field. Top of the third we go. Cubs on top 1-0. Kyle Hendricks back out after a couple of real nice innings, and his battery mate tonight, Miguel Montero, said he expected him to gain quite a bit of confidence after that last time out, the complete game shutout. And he said, he joked with him after the game, saying that if he pitched like that for the rest of his career, he'd be in the Hall of Fame. He said every pitch Hall of Famer, just hitting the edges. He said hard to lay off of, hard to hit, and mostly strikes. That's how he got it done, guys.
Thank you, Kelly. And he's gotten some help from his defense here in the early going as well, which always helps. Tyler Moore, I want to add a Mary on there for some reason, takes strike one.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
So he gets
I don't know if he's married
left.
or not. He's got to marry a Mary, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I guess that wouldn't make her middle name Tyler, though, would it?
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's no way we're going to get to a Mary Tyler Moore. It's just not going to happen. Well, he has played sparingly. He has power. He had a couple 30-plus home run seasons as a minor leaguer, and he's flashed some power in his time as a big leaguer.
Hendricks listed at 6'3", 190. 25 years old. Southern California, went to Dartmouth. I've told his story many times. And the sinker is out of the zone, ball 4, and that's his first walk. And here comes Danny Espinosa, the second baseman. Cubs lead on the Dexter Fowler leadoff homer in the first.
Espinosa, a guy who's always had better than average power for a middle infielder. He strikes out a lot. He's been able to cut down on that some this year, and his walk rate is up. So he's trying to tighten things up here a little bit. He was due to lose a lot of playing time with the addition of Escobar, but the injuries to Anthony Rendon have created an opening for him.
Played at Long Beach State.
Nationals don't run much at all.
1-2.
14th in the league in stolen bases.
Foul tip, strike 3. It's the first out here in the Nationals' third.
He's thrown that sinker down and away. He's hoping for a little rollover ground ball and a double play. He has to settle for the punch out. He'll take that too. Zimmerman maybe to bunt, but handles the bat pretty well. He may be swinging.
168 in his career. Squaring early as Hendricks throws over. Second game of a 15-game stretch for the Cubs in which they'll play 12 times against teams that made the playoffs last year. The only 3 games in this stretch against non-playoff contenders will be the games in Miami next week. There's the bunt. Picked up by Hendricks, and he'll lob to Russell. It'll go 1-4 on the sacrifice. Moore now at second, 2 outs.
Tomorrow night the Cubs and the Nationals get after it again. First pitch is at 7:05. First 10,000 fans here at the ballpark will receive a Cubs hat presented by the Conquer Cancer Foundation. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com. Scherzer and Lester, huh?
Yeah, that should be a fun one. Moore's at second, 2 outs. Span with a ground ball. Diving stop Castro. And for the time being saved a run. Knew he didn't have a play on the batter runner. His job there was just to make sure that Moore could not try to score. So an infield hit for Span.
Yep, that's one thing in that situation, man. On second, you got to leave your feet, keep the ball in the infield. Well done by Castro. Takes a shot at throwing in behind Moore just in case he took a big turn at third. Bob Henley, the third base coach, was going to make sure that didn't happen.
In there on Desmond, who struck out swinging in the first. Lights on as we near dusk. Hopefully the rain is gone for the rest of the evening. Started 15 minutes late. Bounce to Russell. This will get Hendricks out of the inning. A walk, a single, and they strand them both. 1-0 Cubs in the third.
Know you're budgeted for the expected and the unexpected. Know that at least the process of buying a new home can be clear and simple. Know your investments can make retirement closer than you think. Know the one word behind all the guidance we provide, tools we create, and services we offer. Because when you have insight, you know.
Join Verizon today for $80 a month and $15 per line to get unlimited talk and text, plus 10 big gigs of shareable data. And coverage? We're talking 3 times the 4G LTE coverage of Sprint. I mean 3 times. After all, if your 4G LTE network isn't there when you need it, is it really worth what you're paying? Now also get $200 when you join and buy a new smartphone. Stop by or visit us online and save without settling. Only on Verizon.
It's Memorial Day, so head to your Hyundai dealer and celebrate because $214 a month gets you a new Santa Fe Sport. It has a hands-free smart liftgate, 7 airbags, 8-inch touchscreen navigation, panoramic sunroof, and a NHTSA 5-star overall safety rating. No wonder Cars.com named it Family Car of the Year. Come discover the confidence of America's best warranty at the Memorial Day sales event and save big on every Hyundai. Only at your Hyundai dealer. Get your Santa Fe Sport for $214 a month at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
The world is constantly being refreshed. We flip it. We spin it. We own it. just how it flows.
Well, final day of the regular season last year. Jordan Zimmerman no hit the Miami Marlins. Remember, the Marlins got a no-hitter the year before on the final day of the season. Steven Souza, what a catch that was. Pretty dramatic finish.
Punched out 10, only one walk.
Addison Russell with a ground ball in the right. Leadoff single.
And then Zimmerman, of course, in game 2 of the division series against the Giants, went 8 2/3 scoreless and had retired 19 or 20 in a row. A lot of 2-out walk to Joe Panik, and then Matt Williams went to the bullpen. Giants ended up winning that game in 18 innings.
Hard to find a better way, more dramatic way to end a game. A no-hitter with a great diving catch. Robin Yount and Juan Nieves no in 87. Pretty exciting. I think the Souza play was a little more impressive, though.
Not an ending, not a game-ending play, but the Matt Cain perfect game. Gregor Blanco made a catch out of this world.
I want to say Mike Baxter had a big catch in the Johan Santana first no-hitter in Mets history. In fact, he got injured on the play. Popped up on the bunt attempt by Fowler. And that one gets back to the screen.
Dexter went deep first time up. This time up, he's thinking about a bunt. Xfinity high-speed action, high towering fly, and Fowler put the Cubs on the board. It's his 6th home run of the year.
Another foul. So I know you've joked about what had to be a very painful last start in your major league career, and you noted that the wind was howling out, but is it universal that every pitcher who comes in here knows exactly what the wind's doing? I've heard the theory that some guys claim they like the wind blowing out because it helps.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Movement on their pitches or whatever.
I don't buy that. Maybe an extreme sinker baller, you know. I think that's just a psychological ploy, which is probably a good idea to talk yourself into it. Yeah, it was a great day to pitch. Those guys are going to be trying to lift everything. I'll just throw my sinker down around the knees. My problem was I didn't have one of those. Of course, that start we're referencing, I didn't have much of anything.
Dwayne Wise made the home run saving catch in the Burley perfect game. So yeah, there have been some pretty big defensive gems and no-hitters.
Well, you know, everybody's locked in, right? The adrenaline is running high. Everybody's up on their toes, ready to make a play. Nobody wants to be the guy that has a ball fall in front of them or get over their head.
Ground ball. Espinoza will take the short throw. Did not have a play on Russell. And with all the no-hitter talk, we should say there will be no tonight. As the Nationals have 1 hit, the Cubs have 3.
Last year we were talking to Lee Mazzilli, and he said the most nervous he's ever been on the field was playing defense during a no-hitter.
Yeah, more nervous during a no-no on defense than he was in the postseason at any moment. So I guess with that theory, the Phillies defenders a few years ago had to be the most nervous any player could ever be because it was a no-hitter for Roy Halladay in the playoffs.
In the playoffs. Yeah. The nervous factor was running real high that night.
Russell, the runner at second, and a 1-0 count on Bryant. He flied to deep center his first time, and a cut and a miss. And it's 1-1. Oh, they're flying in now. Moose Morin with a Don Cardwell. Come on, Moose. He did it. Hey. And that was a great play out and left.
Well, this is the anniversary of Harvey Haddock's 12-inning perfect game. That finally got away from him in the 13th.
That was in Milwaukee, correct?
Yeah, Joe Adcock hit a home run.
Was that the game where somebody got passed on, on the bases?
Yeah, Felix Manteo reached on air to break up the perfect game. There was a bunt, an intentional walk to Aaron, and then Adcock hit a home run. And Aaron just ran off the field, and Adcock passed him. So the home run was ruled a double. Manteo scored the winning run, so it was a 1-0 shutout. Lou Burdette of the Braves went the distance, pitched a 12-hit shutout for the win.
A ball and 2 strikes on Bryant. Here it is. Tapped foul. 29 years ago today, somebody won their first major league game. You happen to remember?
I'm going to guess it was me, the way
it was.
Yay, me. St. Louis, right?
It was in St. Louis, May 26, 1986. Jim DeShays picked up his first major league win. 7 innings. He struck out 10 in a 4-1 win.
Yeah, that was big because you know you don't have a W yet, and you're getting close to Memorial Day, and you're a rookie. You're thinking this might be headed to Tucson here pretty soon.
Fly ball to deep center. Span is back. He's on the edge of the track, and he hauls it in. Second time Bryant has flied to just about the same spot.
And he's getting the ball up in the air, and that's not a bad idea on a day like today, the way the wind is blowing, in the sense that sooner or later he's going to knock one out of here tonight.
Saw some quotes leading up to this series in an article from his dad, Mike, his hitting coach when Chris was young, and he taught him that uppercut swing. He said every kid wants to be a baseball player, and every baseball player wants to hit home runs.
Well, it makes sense too, doesn't it? You know, pitchers are schooled to drive the ball down, down, down. So if you have an uppercut swing, you can cut off that low fastball and get that ball in the air. A lot of good things are going to happen. That's why they've started to pound him up in the zone with some fastballs. And you know, he gets to that one every now and then too. It's just a matter of laying off the one that's up above the hands. He was proven to be very adept at that. Very patient hitter.
3-0 on Rizzo. Got a green light him, right? The wind blowing out.
Yes, absolutely.
Will he get a fastball? He did, but nowhere near the plate. I would think with a few exceptions, Rizzo's probably going to always get the green light, right? I mean, you said it the other day, the best chance once it's 3-0 to get a fastball is going to be that 3-0 pitch.
Yeah, most pitchers now, we see it all the time. Guys won't give in 2-0, 3-1.
Bounce towards center, but Espinosa is there, and he'll feed Desmond at the bag to end the inning. Cubs leave a couple, and at the end of 3, they lead the Nationals 1-0.
Remember the invite? Remember to make reservations?
Absolutely.
Remember the tickets? Remember where we parked?
Absolutely.
Generously appointed Lexus ES and ES Hybrid with leading-edge connectivity. Unforgettable. Lease the 2015 ES 350 for $349 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
If I can't stand up on my own, don't make me stand alone. Lift me up so I can see the light. When the sun goes down, I will lay in your arms tonight. Don't be afraid, your heart's been repaid.
Today, Feldco honors the best of the best, the top of the class, the ultimate in energy efficiency. To celebrate, Feldco is offering 2 windows for the price of 1.
That's right. Get 2 windows for the price of 1 and graduate to higher savings with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 1 year.
2 windows for the price of 1 and Sunday. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Hey, I'm Chris Mars, host of That Sports Thing, the new show where I'll be talking sports with actors, comedians, and celebrity fans. It's That Sports Thing, and it's totally a thing now. Visit csnchicago.com for every new episode.
Tomorrow, they've rolled out the welcome mat for the Nats, but now our Cubs are taking it back. RSVP for your place at the party, and let's show DC the door. Starting at 7 on CSN, Wednesday Baseball is brought to you by DraftKings.
Welcome back this season here at Wrigley Field. The Cubs will feature Budweiser Bleacher Fridays, starting with this Friday's Beach Bash. All Bleacher fans 21 and older will receive a pair of sunglasses for the game while enjoying special entertainment, music concessions, and a beach-themed post-game party in Wrigleyville. Visit Cubs.com.
I think it has started to lightly rain. Well, I'm sure of it. I see the umbrellas going up there in that center field shot.
Yeah, that one's good. It's like 4 rows aren't going to be able to see with that one.
I like that he's asking around. Are you guys okay with this?
Yeah, he's taking it down. Seemed like a good idea when he left home.
A 1-1 to Escobar. This is outside. Got to be a rainbow somewhere, right? How about a double?
Oh, how about that? Something exciting is going to happen here.
Three and 1 to Escobar. Born in Cuba. 32 years old. And ball 4. For a leadoff walk.
Yeah, Hendricks trying to clip that outside corner, just missed. Escobar takes the second consecutive leadoff walk. Moore started the third with a walk. Just trying to live on that edge out there. So Harper, we were talking about him last time up. Everybody around the league's been talking about this guy. Off to an outrageous start. He would be your MVP right now if you had to vote in the National League. He's tightened things up with his approach at the plate. Staying back better, handling the breaking ball. Hitting the ball the other way with authority.
He leads the majors in the key slash lines. 471 on base, 727 slugging. OPS almost 1,200.
Yeah, and he's hitting the ball, getting the ball up in the air a lot more than he did last year. You know, he had a tendency to get out on that front foot and roll over on the ball. Not so much this year.
National League Rookie of the Year in 2012. First overall pick in 2010. To the College of Southern Nevada. He was playing college ball and dominating at 17. Down ball, Russell, Castro, Rizzo, they turn it.
Sharply hit. That allows Russell time to flip that ball to Castro. Fairly long feed, but and plenty of time for Castro to make that throw back to first base unimpeded by Escobar.
And a strike on Ryan Zimmerman. Held to just 61 games last year. Fractured right thumb, sprained right hamstring. Only used as a pinch hitter in the playoffs.
Wow, look at that Mega Millions jackpot. $214 million.
That's a lot of zeros.
Get a little help for the ball club with that.
Two strikes to Zimmerman. Hendricks coming off the best start of his big league career, if not his life. 5-hit complete game shutout about an hour from where he grew up.
Bumped into him in the clubhouse. It was yesterday or the day before. So still got that glow? He goes, oh yeah. That one stays with you for a while.
Ground ball to third. Bryant will glove. I loved Hendricks' line after that start. He said, I'm not going to say I needed it, but I needed it. 1-0 Cubs in the fourth.
Nissan Altima with up to 270 horsepower. Get the ride of your life at your local Nissan store. Plus, get up to $1,000 bonus cash on select models. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Tie game, 11th inning.
The comeback Cubs have done it again.
Is this the year you go grab life by the gills? Then save on the gear you need at Bass Pro Shops. Like a Bass Pro Boating Life Jacket for under $13. Save $5 on Redhead Grace Peak Shorts. And save $50 on a Charbroil 4-burner grill.
Binny's Beverage Depot is going to bat for Make-A-Wish, Illinois. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Binny's will donate $100 to Make-A-Wish, Illinois. That calls for a toast. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
At Supercuts, we pay attention to every detail. The cut, the lines, the hot towel finish. So you'll feel sharp, clean, and ready to go. And the moment you're not feeling ready, pop right back in, and we'll get you ready to go again.
Nissan Altima with up to 270 horsepower. Get the ride of your life at your local Nissan store. Plus, get up to $1,000 bonus cash on select models. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
This Saturday, May 30th, it's Throwback Night. Cubs take on the Kansas City Royals at 6:15. I guess it's the Kansas City Packers and the Chicago Whales. The first 10,000 in attendance will get a 1915 Whales replica throwback jersey presented by Benjamin Moore. For ticket availability, visit Cubs.com. That was the Federal League team. Played here in 1914, 1915, and then the National League franchise moved in 1960. Zimmerman to Montero. Low, ball one.
Solid numbers across the board for Montero. 389 on base, 450 slugging.
And that ball is wrapped into right center. Be cut off by Harper, and Montero has a leadoff single, so including the leadoff homer in the first, it is the third time in these first 4 innings the Cubs have put the leadoff man on. Soler hitting over 300 this month. Swing and a miss.
Little slider for strike one. There are the numbers. 247 April, 308 here in May. Hitting for power. Still young and raw and figuring it out.
Our lows never stop improving. Harper in right. And retire his counterpart. And Chris Coughlin.
I did a little digging.
Yeah.
If you think back to the first inning, those of you who were with us, and when the Cubs tried that double steal with Soler up there first and third, had Montero take off, hoping to induce an errant throw or something. People might have been, why are they doing that? I looked up the numbers. Soler, after no balls and 2 strikes this year, was hitting .086 with like a 111 on base percentage. So understandable that Madden would roll the dice a little bit.
So a less than 1 in 10 chance that he's going to get a hit, and then you try to do the math on a double steal type play.
Yeah, and then and plus you factor in the guy on the mound and his arsenal and that power down and away slider or elevated fastball. So there's a good chance that at bat was not going to end well. So you take the gamble knowing that even if it doesn't pay off, you got Soler up there with a fresh count starting the next inning, and maybe you can get into a hitter's count and do some damage.
Yeah, I mean, I would equate some of the decisions managers make based on the numbers to playing blackjack by the book. And that is, you split aces. You know, there's certain things that you're just kind of supposed to do. You double down on, 8 and 3. Fly ball out into shallow right center. Harper playing really deep, and he'll stay on his feet as he makes the catch. So you're sitting there with 11, and the dealer's showing a 6. I mean, you throw all your chips in, right? And then all of a sudden, you don't win the hand.
Right.
Guy sitting next to you goes, well, that was a dumb play. And you go, well, actually, it was the right play. It just didn't work that time. And that's sometimes what managers do.
Yeah.
And that's happened to me a lot. That's why I stopped playing blackjack.
It's kind of lingered, hasn't it?
A little bit. Talked to Joe about, quote, gut decisions, swing and a miss, and he referred to Blink, the Malcolm Gladwell book, which I don't know if you've read. I have.
Yeah, I did a long time ago.
And you know, the quick kind of gut decisions you make are really based on a ton of experience. It's not really a gut decision. It's more
learned. Yeah, you've been there. You can almost see it in your mind's eye that you've been in this situation many times before.
Two to the pitcher, and he stays alive.
So if you've watched a lot of baseball, you can almost predict the outcome of a certain at bat. You know, if the pitcher makes his pitch, a certain hitter in the box, a base out situation, you can just feel it. Well, if he throws a good sinker here, he's going to get his ground ball and he's going to get a double play.
3-2.
And then the question is, can the guy in the mound execute the pitch?
Zimmerman playing behind Montero as he takes off for second, and Hendricks fouls upstairs. Well, this is going to go down as a good at bat for Kyle, no matter what the result is, as he's made Zimmerman throw a bunch of extra pitches.
Plus Montero's getting his sprint work in down there at first base now, moving on these 3-2s. He's got another one. Montero was out there with his hands on his hips. Hey, Skip, do I have to go again this time? If I were the Nationals, I would have Ryan Zimmerman just shadow him a little bit more. Just tighten that lead up, that break a little bit.
He walked him.
Probably wasn't going to mean anything, but you contemplate Hendricks punching one into the right field corner and possibly a bang play at home on Montero if he doesn't get that running lead. Maybe you're able to make a play on him. It's moot now.
A 10-pitch walk. And it's Russell. Cubs lead on the Fowler leadoff homer from the first inning.
Nice to see Addison have a night here. He's already got a knock, made a sparkling play in the field. He was 6 out of 36 coming into this one. Zimmerman with 3 walks in the ball game, typically one of the better control pitchers in the league. Last year, his walks per 9 innings was the best in the league.
Span went back, now comes in, and he hauls it in, and the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple more. They've left 5 on through 4. Beautiful night here at the ballpark. 1-0.
Imagine if you could predict an accident before it happened. Presenting the world's first car that warns you of a possible collision 2 cars ahead. Helping you avoid accidents you don't see coming. Lease the all-wheel drive Infiniti Q50 for $309 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
Howdy, folks, it's me.
Colonel Sanders. If there's two things I'm certain of, it's one, baseball will always be America's #1 sport, free from corruption, scandal, or cheating of any kind. And two, the summer meal featuring my Kentucky Fried Chicken tastes better than a no-hitter. It's still finger-licking good.
Get beautiful new floors right now with Luna's incredible 70% off sale. That's carpet, laminate, and even hardwood, all for 70% off. You'll get professional installation and can be confident with Luna's exclusive Love Your Floors promise. Transform your home with an amazing 70% off carpet, laminate, and hardwood. Reserve your free in-home appointment at luna.com or call 773-202-LUNA.
Dish Network claims to be a better value than DirecTV. But did you know that their Top 120 package includes 31 music stations and dozens of TV channels you've probably never even heard of? So why does Dish call it America's Top 120 if you only get a few decent TV channels? With DirecTV's Choice Package, you get the highest rated channels with your favorite shows. The best channels for the best price. Another reason 39 million people agree. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Cubs versus Nationals tomorrow at 7 on CSN Chicago.
Cubs lead 1-0 as we get into the 5th inning, and make sure you follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, all season long on Comcast Sportsnet. Brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Visit Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Got a lot to talk about in this series with the first place Nationals coming in, and the obvious headline is the Las Vegas connection with Chris Bryant and Bryce Harper as Wilson Ramos fouls back.
Yeah, these are two guys who I don't think they're particularly close. It's not like they hang out all the time or work out together during the offseason, but it's pretty amazing that two of the brightest young stars in baseball knew each other way back in Little League. I mean, Chris said Bryce was like 11 years old and throwing 80 miles an hour off the mound. Just two kind of prodigies who are kind of thrown together here. They're kind of like fire and ice, two totally different personalities, but they both are getting the job done.
Joey Gallo in the Rangers organizations right now at AA. I'm sure he'll be in the big leagues within the next couple of years as well. Pretty good crop of talent out of Vegas.
Yeah, another Mike Bryant disciple, Chris's dad, who's been around a bunch of times, who learned from Ted Williams back in the day with the Red Sox.
Soler is over, and I think he caught it. He did. Off the shoot tops, may have battled the lights a little bit on that liner by Ramos.
Yeah, that's the trajectory of a fly ball or line drive that we see outfielders struggle with, right fielders in particular here. So they're hanging in there to make the play. Yeah, it was funny. Harper was quoted as saying when they were kids, they called Bryant Silk. And I asked Chris about it. They go, yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about that, but they did. They called me Silk. You wouldn't call Harper Silk, would you? He'd be like steel wool, or I'm not sure what he would be. I mean, he plays the game with such an edge.
That's what I'd ask Brian if he had any good stories of, like, blowing kisses to Little League parents or bat flips or, clown question, bro. He said he didn't really have anything like that. Just like you said, always played the game hard. He cares, plays it the right way, and that's really all you can ask for. I think it's good for baseball, personality like that.
Well, it's also interesting how these two guys play the game and how, well, past a diving Castro, Moore is aboard, how they both handle the media. Harper chimed in on Twitter about Bryant in spring training, and then yesterday basically said, yeah, I would have done the same thing the Cubs did, right? He talked about the umpire Marvin Hudson the other day. 40,000 don't come to see him. That's a clown question, bro. All that stuff. And then Chris Bryant, when asked about Bryce Harper, said, yeah, I don't really have anything for you.
Yeah, I think Chris Bryant purposely, yes, never wants to say anything controversial. He's very polite. He's a very smart guy, but he does not kind of jump off that ledge that Bryce Harper seems to enjoy. But, Harper, when he speaks, he's very calm. He has very matter of fact, and I think he kind of knows what he's doing. And I think this game needs, personalities like that.
Espinosa.
I was talking to a couple of the Nationals broadcasters, and they said, that the guy you see on the field, that is not who he is off the field. He's kind of quiet and calm, and Likes to go eat pizza and have ice cream and just kick back. He's a kind of a mild-mannered guy.
Should be 2. They're going to turn it again. Rizzo actually battling the sun here through the grandstand just before dusk, and Kyle Hendricks continues to be stellar. On just 2 hits, he's shutting him out through 5.
Chicago is a place where made in America still means something, and quality means everything. And when it comes to the highest quality cars on the road, Honda is America's best. With millions of Hondas built right here in America from suppliers right here in the Midwest. And right now, your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers are celebrating with 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on all 2015 Honda Civics and Accords. Don't miss the America's Best Sales event at your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer today.
At Red Lobster's Create Your Own Seafood Trio, if it looks tasty, you order it. Choose 3 of 9 dishes for just $15.99, like baked lobster Alfredo, brown butter shrimp scampi, and soy ginger salmon. Hey, this is my plate. Get yours while you still can.
Need new tires? Right now at Pep Boys, when you get 3 Falcon, Cooper, or Hankook tires, you get the 4th tire free instantly. Plus, get no interest and paid in full within 12 months on your Pep Boys credit card. Trust the boys to get you there.
Checking 2 bags? That'll be $0 extra. Want to change your flight? $0 for that. Live TV? Tack on $0. Everyone who flies Southwest knows 0 adds up to a lot. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update. Blackhawks will try to keep their season alive tomorrow night when they host the Ducks in Game 6 of the Western Conference Final at the United Center. Last night, Anaheim won Game 5 5-4 in overtime, take a 3-2 lead in the series. The latest Blackhawks news later tonight on Sportsnet Central. Todd Hollandsworth joins me after the final out for the postgame show. Now back to Len and Big Jim at the ballpark.
Cap, thank you. We want to wish a longtime Cubs fan, Christine Baez, a happy 91st birthday from grandson Jesse Chavez. She's been a Cub fan her whole life, has not missed a game for the last 25 years. Takes her own scorecard, stat book to the ballpark. Happy 91st.
Yeah, how about that? Congratulations. So if you're 91 today, what year were you born in?
91 today, 2015, 1924.
1924?
Okay. I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't see any, I'm looking at the baseball reference, players born on this date, and nobody shares their birthday. I mean, people share
somebody
the date,
does.
not the, yeah, nobody on.
1-2 on Fowler, his leadoff homer in the opening inning, the only run to date. Got some rain in Des Moines, so the Iowa Cubs postponed tonight. They were to play the Reno Aces. Instead, they'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. And in the minor leagues, when you play 2, they become 7-inning contests. Top of the order here. Third time through against Zimmerman.
So you think there's any way Major League Baseball would adopt 2 7-inning games for a doubleheader?
I was thinking about it. No.
You know, Rob Manfred has talked about trying to shorten the season for more off days and played the occasional doubleheader and condense the season into fewer dates.
Well, you know, it's an interesting idea if you maybe forced 1 doubleheader a month and had them be 7-inning games. Yeah. That is only the, what, second strikeout for Jordan Zimmerman. Here's Bryant.
Good swings. There's that elevated fastball. And that one he can handle. Get up a little higher. That's the one you have to lay off. But that one, Right about there, we've seen him drive that pitch. He's good from there down.
On the ground, it's foul past third.
Sunday evening on CSN, watch exciting minor league baseball as Javi Baez and the Iowa Cubs battle El Paso. Starting at 6 on CSN Chicago. Oh, they got the Chihuahuas.
One and two with Rizzo on deck. Oh,
hey,
man,
there you
that's
go.
A mean dog. Actually, Chihuahuas, I think, are a particularly aggressive breed. They're small, but they're feisty.
I kind of want a Gordito.
2-2. He got him. Back-to-back Ks for Zimmerman. I don't think this is going to go anywhere, but you notice around baseball, you're starting to hear from managers, pitching coaches, pitchers about the foreign substance thing.
Yes, I have heard a fair bit of that talk lately.
I imagine that's going to gain any traction.
Well, I would, for me, you know, you hear a lot of managers say, well, if they're going to wear some kind of goop or put something on their body, they should be more discreet about it. So there seems to be this understanding in the game that there's guys on every team that are using some kind of a mixture to get better grip on the ball. So there has to be a conversation between the Players Association and the commissioner's office, the players, the pitchers and the hitters, as to what they're going to allow. And it's either illegal, and if you've got it and we catch you, you're ejected, fined, suspended, whatever, or here's a substance that we're going to approve aside from just the rosin bag that pitchers can use to get a better grip on the ball. It doesn't seem to me that baseball would be in the mood to help pitchers right now in this run-scoring environment.
Good point.
I don't buy the argument, and you hear it from pitchers and hitters. Well, we want pitchers to have a better grip because we're afraid the ball's going to get loose and hit somebody. I don't really buy that. I don't think they're really thinking it through. If I'm a hitter, I don't know whether it's defacing the ball to make a grip so he has a tighter breaking ball or better action on his sinker. But if they do decide to let them do that, it has to be universal. It has to be, well, okay, we're not going to allow this, you know, whatever the, I guess they use some combination of rosin and sunscreen or suntan lotion. We had a pitcher in Houston a few years ago, Jeff Geary. Remember Jeff Geary, right-handed reliever? He showed me one time this concoction he put in his glove. It had like 7 different compounds in it.
Rizzo went. So Zimmerman, who had fanned 1 Cub in the first 4 innings, strikes out the side, the top 3 in the order, in fact, here in the 5th.
TLX from Acura.
Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
Things move fast around here. Who's got time to look at the fine print? So you see DirecTV's new offer. $19, you think. But after just 3 months, you're paying over $100 a month, and it keeps going up. Turns out you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you nearly $3,000. Thinking about DirecTV? Think again.
There's nothing direct about DirecTV. Call Xfinity from Comcast for a great offer and lock in your rate for 2 years.
It's the Volkswagen Memorial Day event, and it's time to break out the SPF. Savings, performance, fun. Right now, you can enjoy great deals on your favorite VW models, like a $500 bonus on the sporty, fun-to-drive Jetta, or the powerful, roomy, mid-size Passat, named one of Ward's 10 best. Don't miss out on these fun-in-the-sun deals. Visit the Volkswagen Memorial Day event today.
Hurry in, and you can get 0% APR for 60 months on 2015 Jetta and Passat gasoline models plus a $500 bonus.
This Sunday, the Cubs play the Royals. First pitch is at 1:20. First 5,000 kids here at the ballpark will receive a Clark W. Flag bobblehead presented by Jewel Osco. After the ball game, the first 1,000 kids 13 and younger with the appropriate wristband will be allowed on the field to run the bases, weather permitting. For more information, visit Cubs.com. There you go. There's the Clark the Bear with the W flag. It's a must-have to add to your bobblehead collection.
Well, Kyle Hendricks cruising along here, and he hopes to continue that. No runs on 5 hits his last start. And through the first 5 innings tonight, no runs on just 2 hits. These have been 2 good offenses he's faced.
Yeah, Nationals lead the league in runs scored. He's allowed just 2 balls in the air here this evening.
Zimmerman rolls to third. That's Bryant for the out. Span struck out in the first, singled to the hole at short in the third. Tyler Moore has the other Nationals hit, also a single. Strike one.
And the base hit in the third, a ground ball that Castro left his feet to glove, and that saved a run. Here's another one from the files of this day in baseball history. I love this one. Bill Veeck over on the south side. He brought Eddie Goodell back. Remember, Eddie Goodell was the midget he had pinch hit. The short person. Little guy. So he has Eddie Goodell and 3 other little people show up at the ballpark in a helicopter, dropped onto the infield, dressed up as Martians, to shake hands with Nellie Fox and Louis Aparicio. You can't make this stuff up.
Bryant in foul territory gets spanned.
He gives them they give them toy ray guns as the public announcer informs the 40,000 plus in attendance that the extraterrestrials have arrived to help the somewhat short Keystone double play combo in their struggle with the giant earthlings. It's 1959. Bill Veeck. How would that play today?
Yeah, it would be interesting how Bill Veeck's creative mind would have played today. Two and 0 the count. Lined out into right center. Soler hustling over to pick it up. Desmond hustling towards second, and he's going to get in standing with a 2-bagger, their first extra base hit.
Well, the Washington Nationals have not yet made many adjustments off Kyle Hendricks here tonight. Desmond finally does. If you recall his first at bat, he struck out pulling off a fastball away. This time stays in there a little bit better, shoots it the other way for extra bases.
Extends his hitting streak now to 11.
This is third time through the middle of the order. This is when it's a good time to change the pattern a little bit.
Russell to Rizzo. That's 15 consecutive scoreless innings for the young right-hander. 1-0 Cubs.
Who says desirable can't also be responsible? With 46 standard safety features, the Lexus RX is proof that fun can be good for you.
Lease the all-wheel drive 2015 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
With an 11% rebate on everything, Menards gives you the freedom to save on anything you choose, including sale prices. This 3-in-1 gas mower is only $219. Plus, with an additional 11% rebate, it's only $194.91. Get this 24-inch electric hedge trimmer, $59.99. Plus, with an additional 11% rebate, it's only $53.39. That's savings on top of savings. Hurry in now because Menards has an 11% rebate on everything.
Save big money at Menards. Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow.
This is
Nice.
Oh, my.
Now get $2,250 purchase bonus cash on specially equipped 2015 Enclave models. Plus, non-GM owners get an additional $1,000 allowance.
It's the Volkswagen Memorial Day event, and it's time to break out the SPF. Savings, performance, fun. Right now, you can enjoy great deals on your favorite VW models, like a $500 bonus on the sporty, fun-to-drive Jetta, or the powerful, roomy, mid-size Passat, named one of Ward's 10 best. Don't miss out on these fun-in-the-sun deals. Visit the Volkswagen Memorial Day event today.
Hurry in, and you can get 0% APR for 60 months on 2015 Jetta and Passat gasoline models, plus a $500 bonus.
Comcast Sportsnet, your home for Chicago Cubs baseball.
Time for our T-Mobile game changer. Kyle Hendricks did not get off to the start he wanted to here in 2015, but his last 2 times out, as good as we've seen him.
Yeah, just a solid effort for Hendricks, a solid defense behind him. We've seen a couple sparkling plays.
Castro, the base hit. First pitch swinging here in the last of the 6th.
Pitchers in command here tonight. Bullpens have been quiet to this point.
Check on Castro.
A couple of ground ball outs so far tonight for Zimmerman. So you're less worried about the ground ball double play with Zimmerman out there than you would be with, say, Hendricks.
Ball 1. Brant checking in on Twitter. I'm pretty sure I just heard something about little people dressed as Martians landing on a baseball field and wielding ray guns. I guess I should listen to the broadcast and not piece together what I think I heard.
No, that's pretty much got it.
What? What are they talking about? 2-0 on Montero. You don't have to pay attention. Sometimes it helps. Three and 0. There's a strike just before Montero flipped the bat toward the dugout. DeMurro made the call.
3-0. Maybe Mike was guessing strike. I mean, it's at the top of the zone there on our pitch tracks, but normally see that one called. It's okay. Montero gets a swing if he challenges him here.
Bounce to first. Zimmerman will get back to cover, and that's a 3-6-3 double play. I assume Castro's all right. He got up a little slowly there at second.
So Zimmerman does indeed get the ground ball when he really needed it. The Cubs have bounced into 25 double plays coming into play tonight. Second fewest in the National League. A nifty one turn there by the Nats.
Soler fouls off. Strike one. 8th time Jordan Zimmerman has faced the Cubs. 1 and 4. Escobar will look it in before throwing across to Ryan Zimmerman for the out. We'll go to the 7th. In a pitcher's duel tonight, 1-0 Cubs.
Share your nachos? Sharing. Since you were a kid, it's been share this, share that. Share your toys. Share the bathroom. Share the road. Share your feelings. Share selfies. Share baby pictures. So many baby pictures. Share, overshare. When does the sharing stop?
How about with the grilled stuffed nacho from Taco Bell? The first nachos designed not to be shared. It's everything you love about nachos wrapped up and ready to go for $1.49.
Oh, and don't share this ad.
Join Verizon today for $80 a month and $15 per line to get unlimited talk and text, plus 10 big gigs of shareable data. And coverage? We're talking 3 times the 4G LTE coverage of Sprint. I mean 3 times. After all, if your 4G LTE network isn't there when you need it, is it really worth what you're paying? Now also get $200 when you join and buy a new smartphone. Stop by or visit us online and save without settling. Only on Verizon.
Nissan gave a lucky few the ride of their life in the 2015 Nissan Altima.
Where am I going? Where am I going?
Nissan Altima with blind spot warning and up to 270 horsepower. Get the ride of your life at your local Nissan store. Choose Altima with 0% financing for up to 72 months. Plus, with bonus cash, save up to $2,000. Bonus cash ends June 1st. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Running out of space? We can help you with a mortgage or a home equity loan for something bigger and better. BMO Harris Bank. We're here to help.
Top of the 7th, Cubs hanging on to a 1-0 lead as Bryce Harper steps up to the dish once again, 0 for 2 on the night. But we've been talking about the unique dynamic between both he and Chris Bryant, having grown up together in the Vegas area, playing against each other there, now in the big leagues. And last night, after Chris Bryant hit his home run, 6th of the season, he was asked, do you feel like you maybe got the better of your childhood friend there? And he said, keep in mind, guys, Bryce has 16, but certainly enjoying the friendly competition, and the two of them sitting in the dugout before the game, actually both being interviewed at the same time. And all I can tell you, not being able to hear it, but they were cracking one another up. So they certainly have what seems to be a pretty good relationship at this level, just rooting one another on, really.
Thank you, Kelly. It's 3-0 on Harper, leading off the 7th. Both starting pitchers still working.
No margin for error in a 1-run game. Got to be careful here. A little paint and sink at the bottom of the knees.
Speaking of starting pitchers, Rick Sutcliffe, the Red Baron, Cy Young Award winner in '84, will conduct the stretch. Fly ball deep to left. That ball's still carrying. It's going to go. How about that? Bryce Harper with a towering home run. The way Coughlin played that, I thought it was going to be very playable, and it was not, and we're tied.
Yeah, he is so strong, and we talked earlier about his opposite field power. He can go deep to any ballpark, You certainly take one out of Wrigley when the wind's blowing out, whether he needs the help or not. And just watch the finish. Watch his hands fly through the zone. That top hand coming through puts a lot of backspin on the ball. And look at the eyes. How often do you see a hitter trace a ball like that and it ends up in the seats? I mean, when you look at his head, you're thinking, that's a pop up to short. Yeah, he just throws the bat away dismissively like it's an out.
Ground ball to Castro off the bat of Ryan Zimmerman. Yeah, Bryce Harper's reaction was not, I just hit a home run. It was, man, I just made it out. He's going, oh, man. Well, hey, Bryce, you said you didn't need the win. Maybe a little bit on that home run.
Oh, yeah, that's a pop-up to shallow left, and is what he's thinking initially.
So the only National League park in which he has now not hit a home run is PNC Park in Pittsburgh. First time he's homered here. And that is now for Harper his 12th home run in the last 18 games.
Well, yeah, if you don't like some of the inside baseball stats, plug your ears for about 20 seconds here. Home run fly ball rate. He has hit a home run on over 35% of his fly balls. Better than 1 in 3 fly out of the ballpark. That's, I think average is what, 9%, somewhere like that. Okay, you can unplug your ears now. We'll go back to talking about Martians invading Comiskey.
Right. 5 runs in the series now, all on solo homers. As Ramos strikes out.
Hendricks, as you would expect, steady as a rock after the home run. No biggie. Let's just keep going, keep doing my thing. Slow and steady wins the race.
So that ends a scoreless streak for Hendricks at 15 innings. Strike called on Moore. It was walked and singled.
Rick Sutcliffe is in the house, warming up his pipes.
Castro to Rizzo to end the inning. Harper the leadoff opposite field homer. It's 1-1. Here's Rick Sutcliffe.
Guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, former Cub great Rick Sutcliffe.
Sweet home Chicago. It is great to be back. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the